Yo, what is going on guys? This is Swerve here and welcome back to another Prehistoric Kingdom video. So yesterday was the day where I held a watch party for people who didn't have Twitch to view Prehistoric Kingdom and their new sort of gameplay that was revealed and new information. During that we got amazing amounts of information, so I highly recommend you guys go over to my previous video / stream that actually talks about Prehistoric Kingdom, and we actually have the full live stream there if you want to go check out as well, and you're able to get some information that way and find out a little bit more about Prehistoric Kingdom. However, we got some really cool content drop for Prehistoric Kingdom. We got to see an amazing looking Smilodon, which actually may be now my new favourite creature, and we also got to see the Woolly Rhino, the Woolly Mammoth, and we got to see our T-Rex walking around in a habitat. Not only that, but we got to see how the modular system works. So getting into it, we are going to look firstly at the modular system. So looking at the modular system, as you can see, we are placing down rocks and we can place them through the ground so we can have different terrain textures and shelters. For instance, there's a nice looking grid system that we can also make for our dinosaurs to stay inside, and there's also another system to stretch our rocks into different patterns. We can also bring the terrain up and morph with our rocks to make it look like it's an even more natural environment. This is really cool if you ask me. This is something a dinosaur park builder has needed for such a long time. We have it in Planet Coaster, we have it in Planet Zoo, we hoped to have it in Jurassic World Evolution, but we never did. Prehistoric Kingdom are coming at us with this amazing looking modular system where we can merge objects together, we can merge the terrain together, we can make caves, we can make really good shelters for our dinosaurs to take care and just live life like they were to be in a zoo nowadays. Maybe some people might not like that, but you know, you don't have to do it at the end of the day, and the option is always there. I've always wanted a modular system to be in a dinosaur park builder for this exact reason, to build a really nice looking natural landscape for our dinosaurs whilst also making it look like a enclosure for our guests to also anticipate and go and watch. This is such a cool feature in my opinion, and I really cannot wait to start using the modular system in Prehistoric Kingdom. Something that I'm highly anticipating for this game, and I cannot wait. You guys are gonna love this. If I love it, then you definitely will. But just looking at the final outcome of this enclosure that we got here from Prehistoric Kingdom, it looks incredible. It really just looks breathtaking, to say the least. In the wise words, breathtaking. Next up, a little bit later in this stream, we got to see this paddock that was just built with an actual Tyrannosaurus Rex in it, which is very cool. It's our first gameplay feature of Tyrannosaurus Rex that's not an audio test, but we get to see the natural landscape with it as well. There's so much foliage, so much nice terrain painting, loads of rocks, different types of foliage, different types of trees, different sections for our T-Rex. The only thing that I see missing at this point in time is water. However, you have a sun shelter for your T-Rex, you have a viewing sort of platform for your guests, and you have rocks for another man-made / natural shelter for your Tyrannosaurus Rex to take shelter in when it's raining, when it's dark, if she wants to go to sleep. But looking at the T-Rex, it's got gorgeous feathers on it. This game, I don't know, when I saw this gameplay, it really blew my mind away, and I'm just really excited to see where this game's going to go. Now, release date for some people is the main thing that people want to know. They said definitely 2021 will be the release date. However, that can be subject to change, so if they must and they have to push it back, then don't doubt them. Then don't be upset if they do have to do that. That's completely understandable. However, I'm still hoping 2021 will be the year where we get to see possible Jurassic World Evolution 2 and also a Prehistoric Kingdom. I cannot wait for this game, guys. It's definitely one of my favourite upcoming dinosaur games. Maybe the favourite upcoming dinosaur game. So a little bit later on, we actually got to see the Woolly Rhino, which is very cool if you tell me. Now, looking at the Woolly Rhino, we have a nice little skin where it's sort of dark and then fades to bright. We get to hear it huff and puff just that little bit, and the horns look incredible. But having a Woolly Rhino in your park is definitely going to be a lot different than just having a Triceratops in your park. Looking at the background, you can see it has an awesome shelter to take protection in, and it also has some nice rocks to create like a vent. It has a ball to play play with, and it also has some leaves on the ground to maybe roll around in. We don't know yet, but still, looking at it and looking at the wooden fencing as well, it looks like you don't really need too much fencing to protect your guests away from this woolly rhino, but nevertheless, it really does look gorgeous, and I'm really excited for a bloody woolly rhino in my park. I cannot wait for this. This game is looking amazing. In just a small team and only funded by the public, it's looking incredible, and I cannot wait. So that was the woolly rhino for you guys. Now, something that really blew my mind away, something that I just enjoyed so much looking at, we have the Smilodon. The Smilodon right here on screen. Let's just enjoy it. Now, isn't that just wonderful? The Smilodon really brings out a big smile to my face. When we first saw the Smilodon looking from the side, it reminded me of the primeval Smilodon that we got, I believe, in Season 5. Don't quote me on that, but just off the top of my head, I think it was Season 5 where we got to see the Smilodon, and that primeval episode was one of the greats in my opinion. It's definitely stuck there, and it's definitely a nostalgic feel. And looking at the Smilodon, it's very reminiscent to that one as well, but it looks like a cat. Even like the little tail wiggle that you get to see, it looks like a cat, and that's what makes me very excited. Something I've just noticed now is that you get a sense of wind when you can see the foliage moving about just that little bit extra. You can see the yawn of the Smilodon as well, and in the background you can see the cafe and also the T-Rex cafe. So I'm excited to see that. There are pre-built buildings, but you can also make your own buildings. There's a little shelter or little platform that the Smilodon can actually go into in the background, which again looks amazing. I can't wait to see my Smilodon using that, and to be honest, the Smilodon is probably my favourite creature in this game. I'm very excited for it, to say the least. I cannot wait. Prehistoric Kingdom. Wow, I'm actually blown away. This is the dinosaur park builder I know I've wanted for such a long time, and I guarantee it's the dinosaur park builder that loads of you guys have wanted for a long time. I saw so many comments on my videos before Jurassic World Evolution came out saying, I hope we get a modular system, I hope we get to see things where we can merge buildings and foliage together. Sadly, that wasn't the case. Then we got a really terrible usage of modular system. But now, this is essentially Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution coming together to create the perfect baby. It's just right there, Prehistoric Kingdom. This is what we've wanted, and maybe I'm overhyping it so far, but I'm very excited for Prehistoric Kingdom. It's a game I really want to follow, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the beta access or full game access, depending on what comes first. Probably beta. But either way, there's still so much to learn about this game, because this game definitely goes really in depth, to say the least. But, you know, let's look at this Smilodon paddock actually. So here we get a better look of what the paddock of the Smilodon was. Now, what this actually shows us right here is something that we were told a few months ago, that fencing now has a moat system. So we can have a moat going around our fences, or a moat going around the enclosure. As you can see a little bit further into the background, you can see the Smilodon's enclosure is a moat. So that's very cool, very exciting if you ask me. We can also see some restrooms in the background, so it's nice to see that we are going to get some restrooms. We can see that there's loads of rocks, and it looks like the Smilodon's actually going to be very interactive with the rocks. The rocks that she's currently sat on seems to be a little bit slanted, but the body has actually worked its way to be slanted at the same time. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's very it's using interface very well, and the Smilodon looks like it's reacting very well with the rocks, so it looks like our dinosaurs or our animals can walk on the rocks as well, no matter what shape and size, and they'll interact with them really well. Obviously it's got a nice platform to play on, maybe a sun shelter, you can climb up the top, turn around and get onto the very top, but with the moat it looks incredible. You can see trees are going down into the moat. I don't know if the Smilodon's going to be able to get out of the moat or get into the moat, but all we know is that it's going to be very difficult for the Smilodon to get out. But it's the fact that you can build these type of enclosures. You can see it's like a half semi-dome kind of thing, where you see guess can look through the glass, but there's no way the Smilodon could probably get out. There is no way about it. It's bent up the top a little bit. It's made out of glass, and that's what I want from a park build. I want to be able to think about my park builds and what I'm going to do. But that was actually, sadly, the only content reveal that we got. Obviously we've got some more information, but go check out the information if you wish to do so. Release date sometime in 2021, and they hope to have an alpha and a beta coming out before 2021, or maybe a beta in 2021. We'll have to wait and see. Again, it's subject to change. You know, there's a pandemic going on, people working from home, and then also, they aren't a fully functional big top tier company like Frontier and Universal. They are their own company and they are a small team, but I give them amazing credit. Shout out to Mal for sending me the press kits to be able to show off this footage amazingly, because I'm really impressed with what they've been able to do here, and I'm pretty sure you guys are as well. But in the meantime, hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, and go over to the Prehistoric Kingdom YouTube channel and check out how their progress has happened from 2016 to now. It's a long process, but it's a game worth waiting for, to say the least. But I have actually uploaded today recently on my second channel. If you want to go check out my second channel, it might be popping up on screen here. But in the meantime, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment and subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye bye.